A few days ago, the Department of Justice added to their massive Epstein files dump, which is now sitting at something like 3.5 million documents in total. And ever since the most recent release, on the 30th of January, I've been digging through to see what I could find. Human. Human. I am nothing but your property and incubator. You only trust me when the data. Just to give you an example of just how much material was released. This recent dump consisted of 4 data sets which were numbered 9 through 12. Several of the data sets are hundreds of gigabytes in size, and that's with them being compressed into zip files. With all that being said, I'd like to share everything that I have uncovered over these last few days. Just as a warning, a lot of what you're about to see and hear is extremely disturbing and yeah, just brace yourself. Graphic tips to the FBI. This is one of the most disturbing aspects of the new release, but it gets a bit muddy as what we're about to talk about is clearly a collection of anonymous tips and complaints sent to the FBI, typically via phone calls. One of these complaints, which can be found in data set 10, was received on July 4, 2016 through a report to the FBI's public access line. The call was made by an attorney representing an anonymous Jane Doe to report, quote, the sexual exploitation and of a minor child of 13 years of age by Donald J. Trump and Jeffrey E. Epstein. Marr stated that his client Jane Doe was enticed to cross state lines to visit with Epstein and Trump to perform acts on both adult men at special parties hosted by Epstein. Doe was told that this was to further her modeling career and something that she had to do. During the summer of 1994, after her 7th grade school year ended, Doe took a 3-day bus trip from her father's home in the Midwest under the pretense that she would be visiting her grandmother. Doe traveled instead to New York City in order to start a modeling career. Doe was initially turned down and asked to return with a portfolio at a later time. While waiting for her bus home, Doe was approached by Redacted and was urged to return to attend a party hosted by Epstein so that important people in that field of work who could help her break into a modeling career. Doe was also told that she would be paid for attending the party. Redacted mailed Doe a buddy pass plane ticket to fly her back to New York. Doe attended 4 of these parties and was paid around $500 for her attendance. Redacted instructed D to use the name Redacted at these parties. The complaint then goes into such a graphic description of SA that I can't even read it here verbatim on YouTube. The complaint ends with the following. Doe was then threatened with violence by both men to not make any report of what happened. Quote, "We'll make you disappear like Redacted." It's not clear exactly who this young girl was or if this report progressed beyond the initial complaint. Again, I'm obligated to say that this simply is a record of a complaint made over the phone. Nothing regarding the complaint has been proven definitively, and little to no other information surrounding this phone call is available to the public. Something that I feel the need to mention here as well is the fact that the FBI sits within the executive branch of the United States government, meaning they are directly held accountable to the president. Based on the fact that this was reported to the FBI just months before Trump entered office in January 2017, there's a clear conflict of interest here. Of course, the same goes for the actual release of the files occurring right now with Trump back in office for his 2nd term. If he really is implicated, well, that means he's the boss of the entire department entrusted with uncovering those crimes. Of course, this one report is just one of many reports like this in the files. At this point, I decided to search for more of these FBI